Back again, my friends. Conscious Crypto, hosting it in the Conscious Crypto Corner. Whipping out hot motherfucking sauce. So let's get this growing and going and knowing, whatever that means. Man, I keep revisiting this video because it has absolutely pivoted my entire experience with trading by shifting the linchpin in my mindset. One critical linchpin within the amalgam of my mindset, and I have now seen the whole game in a different light. And that is based on Simon Sinek's infinite game theory, in which he defines finite and infinite games. So and the players within them, and how, if you don't know this as a trader or an investor, you are playing the finite game, and the reality is there are unknown players to you that are playing the infinite game, and they're playing the correct game, which is why you get frustrated and why you get losses and why you get caught up in your own emotions of fear and greed. With that said, let's just drop the nectar bombs, brah.
The game of business is, by its very definition, an infinite game. It has pre-existed before every single company on this planet ever existed, and it will outlast every single company on this planet.
If you don't think your trading is a business, let me give you an example of how looking at your trading like a business will help you. You think of profit and loss, businesses think of revenue and expenses. A loss to you is a business expense. You need to spend money to make money. You need to accept that you need to put a certain amount of money down in order to find out if your trade is a winner or not. That is the essence of what you do as a trader. You decide how much money you are willing to spend to find out if you can make more money based on an edge that is based on probabilities that says you are more likely over a large sample size to make money than lose money. Once you've established that you're more likely to make money than lose money if you trade along your strategy, along your edge, then all you have to do, and I gotta say it again, is you decide how much money you're willing to spend in order to find out if you can make money on that trade. Wow, I love that. I love it because I'm like, I just love when you, yeah, okay. Your trading is a business.
Jim Sinek, the founder of Costco, says Wall Street's in the business of making the quarter of the year. We're in the business of building a company for the next 50 years. The understanding of knowing what game you're in radically changes the kinds of decisions you make and the way you see the world. It is also tremendously confidence building.
Jim Sinek, founder of Costco, says it perfectly, right? Wall Street gets consumed in the finite game. Wall Street gets a little bit, we as traders, anyone who gets overwhelmed with the price action of any given moment is being drawn into a tunnel vision, which by definition literally encapsulates the finite, right? You're tunneling in, your vision in, you can't see the other possibilities in the market. You can't see what the market is making available to you. You can't see what Mark Douglas would say is what the truth of the market is telling you. Wall Street has that habit. We have that habit as traders. Costco, as Jim put it, is looking at being in business for the next 50 years. That's the long game. That's the hanging around, staying power, alligator's blood. That's what I'm talking about. Page 142, under beliefs and their impact on our lives, he puts this perfectly. Mark Douglas says, in the broadest sense, our beliefs shape the way we experience our lives. So, the belief that you are an infinite player in an infinite game should shape your life for the better and how you participate in the market. Just like he said,
understanding of knowing what game you're in.
It radically changes the decisions you make and the worldview that you take, as well as boosting confidence. Because you now, and I've felt this personally, I have now gotten a sense of not being so caught up in little losses and even bigger losses, right? Or a losing day or a losing week or a losing month. Like, I don't get so caught up in it because it doesn't have as great of an effect on my long game. It does have a great effect if I don't accept it, if I don't return to the unwavering belief in myself as a consistently successful trader. If I waver on that belief, yeah, I'm toast. But if I come back to the long game and realize that over time, over a large enough sample size, I make money, and I've proven that in my numbers, and I see it in my trading checklists and in my improvement in my trading errors, and my work on the charts and my work off the charts and everything that I catalog, and my budgeting in the real world and my P&L in the trading world. It's an amalgam of reassurances. It's entirely confidence building when I adopt the belief and take action from that belief in every aspect of my life. The belief being that I'm an infinite player in an infinite game.
Because the infinite player understands sometimes you're ahead and sometimes you're behind.
Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. Check this out. Did you know that casinos that host blackjack know that in blackjack, the house, has a 4.5% rake on all money that's wagered on their table? Meaning that when people come in, they put their money on the table. The odds are, over a large enough sample size, that they're going to lose at least 4.5% of the money they came in with, playing blackjack alone. That's all that the casinos think about. And that's what makes them an infinite player, is they know the odds are in their favor over a large enough sample size, and that humans are full of errors. Humans are emotional, and humans are creatures of meaning, and they run a business that's emotionless. Therefore, they are an infinite player with an infinite game that will continue to rake in millions and billions of dollars.
Infinite players play to be better than themselves. It's not about outdoing anyone. It's about how to outdo yourself. It's not about selling more books or getting more TED views than somebody else. It's about how to make sure that the work that you're producing is better than the work you produced before. You are your competition. And that is what ensures you stay in the game the longest. And that is what ensures you find joy. Because the joy comes not from comparison, but from advancement.
Yes, yes, yes. Page 58, Thinking About Trading, Chapter 4. If you depend on outside conditions and circumstances to make you happy, it is extremely unlikely that you will experience happiness on a consistent basis. Joy, happiness, they don't exist in the destination. As corny and as cheesy as it sounds, sometimes that gas station coffee mug wisdom is the truth. The joy is in the journey. The joy is in the process.
The most successful traders love the process of trading, whereas a typical trader usually ignores the process because he's obsessively focused on the outcome.
If you watch my channel, if you watch any of my videos, you'll hear me say surrender the outcome. Why is that? Because we, in truth, have such little influence over the outcome. We don't have control of what really happened.
The reason is the acquisition of skills as opposed to the outcome or how much money you're making. You will acquire those skills, and then you'll find that the outcomes just take care of themselves.
Man, skills. Skittles. Over outcome. When we just focus on the process and we find that we love the process, that we can't stay away from the process, that is when we become winners. You can't lose if you just love the learning, the growing, the skill-based advancement. Then you've already invested yourself in the thing that will give you the outcome. that you deserve. The one that you want? Maybe not, but the one that you deserve. Look at any great player. Look at Kobe, his relentless ambition to hone his skills on and off the court. That led to his greatness. Man, I'm so in love with the process. My spreadsheets, my trader's checklist, my playbook, my trading error list, my habits on and off the charts, the work I put in when I'm not trading is the juice that nourishes me. It's the juice that keeps me fortified so that when I'm ready, I can put my energy into the markets. When I take care of my mental capital, my emotional capital, my physiological capital, the results show up in my financial capital. And that is why wins have lost their luster. The only thing a win does is reassures me that I'm on the right path. They've lost their zippity-doo-dah roller coaster of emotion. I'm a winner. I'm a loser. I'm a winner. I'm a loser. That stuff is now leveled out. It's balanced out. Like a sine wave, no longer reaching tsunami-like peaks and no longer diving into deep troughs, but instead balancing out, becoming smoother, which in turn shows up as a steadily rising equity curve.
You're just building skills. If you get your mind out of the money, out of the outcome part, and focus on building the skills, once those skills are there, you're going to make all the money you want.
Mark Douglas speaking about the process. The joy is in the journey. If you love and trust and invest in the process, you will build the skills that will yield the outcome you wanted in the first place. You will certainly, can't guarantee you'll get what you want, but you will get what you deserve based on your investment in the process and your enjoyment of the process. And that is what perpetuates the game. That's what keeps you an infinite player. And that's the thing. When you get into your trading, you're just like, I love this. I love this. And when you get into something you truly are meant to do, you will find the passion is perpetual. Just like the infinite game of business, of trading, of financial markets is perpetual. Yo, thanks for dropping in, my dudes. I'm hoping this was cool for you too. I'm feeling quite the groove, and I hope that you will drop in soon. Toodaloo!